My name is William Reese, live at 4540 Yale. A little bit different than maybe a lot of you here. My wife Maria and I and our lovely dog Lola, some of you might have met, we do quite a bit of walking with our Labradoodle in the neighborhood. We moved in just over 2 years ago. We moved over from Jackson. We thought it was a pretty big move to come over here to Plain. But we fell in love with the neighborhood. We fell in love with a house that needed a lot of attention. And we've done that to it, try to restore it back to its 60s feel. And one of the things on the real estate, when we looked at it through our realtor and online, when you go and look, one of the quote selling points that the sellers hoped to do with the home that we bought was they talked about the backyard was a beautiful park-like setting. Now we have, I've learned tonight, one of the smaller lots in the neighborhood. We've got a half acre. But I can tell you, for Maria and myself and our dog Lola, it's plenty big enough. And that park-like setting is what sold us on buying the house. It was fenced in the back, had some beautiful trees, and some needed attention and so forth. That's all been done. And we just love it here. And we fell in love with the neighborhood and our neighbors. And we couldn't ask for anything more. And the move from Jackson was probably the best thing we ever did to come over to Plain. The other question I have for you, you had a lot of information here on selling the idea of this park. But there must be some information on traffic. And living on Yale, I know that that's going to increase from what it is now. And I agree with the gentleman who said it earlier, some people tend to drive a little too fast. I think there's a lot of people that drive too fast, especially when we're walking our dog. But there must be some information on increased traffic that you haven't provided to us yet from some of these other parks that you've looked at and studied and have information on. I'd like to see something in regards to that. Thank you.
There's certainly not any information that we've not provided as a part of this process, and the concerns that we're talking about here tonight, traffic being one of them, is one of the concerns that we have to work through. There's not any real study that we have with respect to what the traffic increase or decreases are with neighborhood parks.